Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have some pretty interesting news coming for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, which is rumored to be the next Call of Duty in 2026. Crazy that we're talking about Call of Duty 2026 when we haven't even got Call of Duty 2025 yet. And I've kind of talked about some of these leaks here on the channel. I was actually thinking about making a commentary on no more old gen support for Call of Duty, and I was really heavily pushing that in that video, but I think I'm not going to publish that video because this video will be more to solidify that. And there are some other details that are coming out from the Ghost of Hope, a leaker in the Call of Duty scene. He's actually been posting leaks for quite a while now, and most of them have come out true. So when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and this is exclusive, this is coming from the Ghost of Hope, there's not going to be any old gen support. There's going to be traditional UI like the older games, more traditional than Black Ops 6. The engine is going to be being overhauled to address Modern Warfare 2's problems like visual clutter, etc. And I think that old gen support getting cut off is actually one of the better things for this. Now this game is being developed on dev kits for the next Xbox console. No Warzone 3 if Verdansk fails to retain current and returning players. And that's the one that we got to talk about the heaviest. We are going to be talking about the other ones a little bit more. But before I do continue on, if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, I would really appreciate if you guys can drop me a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and comment down below what your honest thoughts are. And if you guys like content like this, again, subscribe. We're going to be talking about more things: Call of Duty, Metal Gear, Resident Evil, and Borderlands. Leaks, news, tips when the games eventually come out, and also GTA 6. I also want to cover that game a bit more, and I do have a video coming out soon about that, maybe this week. I'm not too sure. I probably want to refilm it, but again, not too sure on that. But no more old gen support, so the PS4 and the Xbox One, that would be a great thing. Those consoles have been out since 2013, and I think it's time to pull the plug on them. And well, this leak pretty much solidifies that, and I think that is holding back the newer Call of Duty games. Now the traditional UI thing I really don't want to talk about, because the UI in Call of Duty has always been relatively good, and I don't really have anything to say negatively about that, or just in general. Now the engine being overhauled to address Modern Warfare 2's problems like visual clutter, I think that's a great thing. If you played Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, there's a lot of visual clutter in that game, a lot of issues when it comes to the frame rate, and I think overall the servers are pretty terrible, and I think that has to do a lot with it. Now the game is being developed on dev kits for the next Xbox, which is kind of crazy to think about. The console hasn't even been out or has been even talked about. I know the game is going to be coming out on the next generation consoles. I mean, we have the PS5 Pro right now, and Sony might reveal or come out with the PS6 eventually around that same time, next couple years, I would imagine. But the next console, I think it was rumored also that the next Call of Duty, and I'm not talking about this year, but the 2026 game is going to be coming out on that console, and it was going to be exclusive, but I don't think that's the case anymore. And here's the biggest one: Warzone 3, quote unquote, right? Now, Warzone 2 was so terrible that they kind of just cut off the 2 and just called it Warzone. And what's even crazier is just the fact that Warzone has been so popular, and it grew popular because it came out around the time when COVID came out. And now you can make all these arguments, oh, well, this was a different job, but this was a different battle royale, this was different, this was Call of Duty. But we already had battle royale, we had Blackout, which wasn't that bad. I didn't really enjoy it as much as other people did, but I'm still happy that I experienced it. But when it does come to Warzone, I did have that experience where, you know, we were being trapped in our houses all day because of the fact that COVID was out around this time. Now, COVID has obviously dwindled down. It's not as crazy as it used to be. But, you know, when you look back, I think this was very like nostalgic to think about. And for me, being honest, I think Warzone was like really big at that time. I've played a little bit of Warzone here and there lately, but it's not the same as I would say back in that time, especially during like the Black Ops, Cold War, and Modern Warfare 2019 run. That was definitely like a time to be alive because Call of Duty was really, really fun. I skipped out on Vanguard and that Caldera map. I didn't really want to touch Call of Duty at that time, but Call of Duty Warzone 3, if Verdansk fails to retain current returning players, then it's going to be shut off. And I think this would be a good thing because of the fact that they could finally focus on Call of Duty multiplayer. And that's the greater thing about Call of Duty. That's what made it so great. And, you know, obviously the development studios have been kind of spread thin, and, you know, they're getting kind of pushed apart, pushing content here, pushing content there. And like the QA, the quality of these games are kind of just getting pushed out the window. It's kind of sad to see where these games are being pushed out. It's kind of sad to see where these games are nowadays, because the game doesn't matter. Even if it sells good, it's going to be pushed out in probably one of the worst states that it is in. And then eventually Call of Duty will just fix those issues as the game's coming out. Maybe a big old day one patch. But yeah, guys, that's gonna pretty much have to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys definitely did enjoy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Again, if you guys are new, subscribe, leave a like on this video. We do talk about leaks and news here on the channel. And if you guys like me using Facecam, please let me know down in the comment section below. I try to bring it here and there, and your support really does mean the world to me. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.